Hey, family, and welcome back to Sister Voices Speaking. Um, it is so important to remember Black Wall Street. When I think about that, um, sometimes I do feel bad because I feel like, wow, we kind of forgot in our way. Um, how many of us were going to the Asians to get hair and our eyelashes? Um, we were going to Rite Aid and Walgreens for, our oils or whatever stuff that we need, because Black Wall Street kind of disappeared. But it is slowly coming back, even if it's coming back virtually.
Yes.
And that is something that I feel strong and proud about. But a little bit about a history, and I'm just going to read some. The history of Black Wall Street, one of the most prominent concentrations of African American business in the United States. During the early 20th century, it was popularly known as America's Black Wall Street. Now, this may be tough, so viewer discretion advised. It was burned to the ground in the Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921, in which white residents massacred the area at the turn of the 20th century. African Americans founded and developed the Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is actually amazing. They built on what had formerly been Indian territory. The community grew and flourished as a Black economic and cultural mecca until May 31st of 1921. And that's, right around when my great grandmother was born, who raised me, Queenie. She was born May 1922. So, that had to hit home to people, my direct ancestors.
Yes, my grandparents too.
Yes. That's when a white mob began a rampage through about 35 square blocks, decimating the community known proudly as Black Wall Street. There were armed rioters. Many were local police. They looted and they burned down businesses, homes, schools, churches, hospitals that were Black, hotel, libraries that were Black, newspaper publishings that were Black. And the official toll deaths were in the sum. They stated that it was only about 36, but in reality, it was over 10,000 people were left homeless, wounded, killed. And this was one of the most horrific acts of racial violence. Doll, and hearing that, how does that make you feel as a young Black woman here in the United States, especially trying to grow your own business?
Um, it makes me feel like blind justice. It makes me feel like why people are so angry with the spirit of dysfunction, to make you even believe that you would be a sole proprietor to walk this earth, just because you're one color and nobody else can.
When I read this and hear it out loud, um, it hurts a little bit. It's kind of like, wow, some people really want to erase us, erase our hard work, and it actually puts a light in me to want to go further, even stronger and harder than I ever did before, because this affects my heritage directly and yours. Um, and if we don't do something now, we're not going to really have a future of Black business. And this is why it is so important for us to network and bridge the gaps in business, because I want to see Black Wall Street return, and it can return, and it will
Yes.
return if
Yes.
we just believe.
Yeah.
Now, Misty, you as a Caucasian woman, hearing that, what do you feel or maybe think about that?
I think that it's a legacy that would have to be restored, because it feels as though at a time when people decimated what Black people were trying to build, and that if it's a chance to reseed and regrow like a business and a legacy of what you guys can build, because it was unfairly taken, but you're giving it back and creating of it, bringing life back into the old values.
Mm-hmm. I just want to thank Madam CJ Walker. I don't do perms anymore, but I want to thank her for when I was using perms. She helped and was one of the curators of Black Wall Street. And she had a small bank. No one knows that. But I did read some history about how she even had a small bank and were giving loans to other people of color to start businesses. And we need that. That is beautiful and that is amazing. And we are on the right path, doll. And with that being said, doll, can we see some of your amazing products? Because we are on a mission to bring back Black Wall Street. Let's see some of these products.
Yes. I have here the Show You Right Shades collection. These are 5 different colors. This is our champagne color.
Oh, I like that.
We also have white, we have black, we have blue, and we have a hot pink as well. This is our Relax Me oil, and it has been given a new outfit because of the web launch.
A different flavor because mine
blue. That was the original. That's the original. Keep that bottle, because we know where we started from. We started from the bottom. So this is the new outfit for the Relax Me oil. It just comes with a different color bottle, and it comes with its own label now. On top of that, I have lashes, and I have a pair on. These are called All Eyes on Z. And so you can get these. I have over 10 different varieties of lashes, and they all have names.
Which one's your favorite? If you were going out and you wanted to look cute and you wanted people to know you looked cute, what would be the go-to lash?
That would be the Wispy Doll.
Oh,
Wispy Doll.
The Wispy Doll. Do you have that with you or not right now?
Yes, I can get it for you. I can get it for you.
All right.
This is our drop necklace, and we call this the Tweety Bird. We call this.
She's a jewelry girl. That is gorgeous. I love that.
Yes. And so with our jewelry collection, we also have sets. We have some that come with earrings. We have some that come with earrings, bracelets, and finger rings as well. And then we have some that comes with just the necklace. So we have a assorted variety of jewelry. A lot of gemstone jewelry. We even have a bridal collection in our jewelry as well for our brides. On top of that, we have some bohemian jewelry as well for our bohemian style girls as well. And then we have some everyday jewelry that you can just throw on, whether you're, dressing up to go out on the evening or you're just putting on some jeans and a t-shirt.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Now, my question is, are there any products that you're looking for ambassadors or influencers for people that would want to be involved?
Yes, that would be the Relax Me oil. I would like to, partner with an ambassador so that I can see this on the shelves in the stores. I want to see this oil leave my kitchen and go into, a warehouse and, just basically be filled in stores across the country and worldwide.
What kind of role would the ambassador and or influencer have to do? Because I've done influencing work, and to people out there, don't just take these people products and don't give them what they're asking for. And I've had that happen to me before, where I've given hundreds of dollars in profit to people, and they didn't do exactly what I wanted them to do. So tell us in some details what exactly you are looking for from your influencer.
I'm looking for a fair trade. I'm looking for loyalty. I'm looking for commitment. Someone who's going to, do exactly what an ambassador should do when it comes to, serving as an honest business partner. I'm also looking for trustworthy. I need to be able to trust you.
Right.
Because this is being made with my bare hands. So,
yes, exactly.
This is my baby right here.
So you're looking for like fair trade in exchange of you'll get this amazing product, give us your honest opinion, your honest review, and to showcase it in your everyday life. That would be great. And we wish you luck. And I do hope that you can find some influencers because there are out there. And I've used Instagram as a great marketing tool to meet influencers. Even if you, I believe you do have a Show You Right Instagram page. You could control that into a business and use that to reach out to people who like or follow the page and recruit influencers and ambassadors that way. So ladies and gentlemen, you do have an Instagram page, Show You Right, is that correct?
Show You Right 217 at Instagram. Also Show You Right Facebook, and we have a Show You Right members invite page as well. On top of that, we also have a Show You Right 217 at Twitter. So follow us.
Follow her and send her an instant message if you feel that you would want to try. Now, I'm telling you, this smells amazing. Like I said, you take a full Doppler like this, and I count out about 5 drops. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I double.
It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna hurt.
Put it in your bath water. I'm telling you right now, it smells absolutely amazing. And especially if you take a bath in it, it is so relaxing and it feels so, so amazing. Doll, is there a go-to that you may use or a tool to help keep you grounded or keep you focused? There's a lot of things going on globally, worldwide with the pandemic, the violence. We've seen violence within the Black community. We've seen violence with George Floyd and things of that nature. And just living day to day can be very stressful. Is there a go-to that you may use, or tell us how you keep yourself grounded to keep going?
That's waking up and going to bed in prayer.
Wow.
That's all I got.
Exactly.
That's all I got. If I depend on anything else in this world, I'll lose my mind.
Yes.
I'll lose my mind.
A sense of faith can be the wind beneath someone's wings if they have a belief in like a real honest belief and a faith in what they are trying to achieve. It makes it more real.
Yes. I would say don't give up. I would say speak your confessions every day. My bishop says the power of life and death is in our tongue. So speak it. Speak it. I am great. I am healthy. I am whole. I will not lack. I will be, successful. I will have the job.
So you speak it into existence and it brings it to fruition.
That's it.
That is amazing because a lot of us can benefit from that, speaking things into existence. And I know that in our earlier interview, you had talked about prayer and how powerful prayer was. And you had gave an example when you had transitioned to move to Savannah, Georgia, you needed reasonable housing that was safe and in a good neighborhood and somewhere that you could feel comfortable. And at first, you were disheartened because you weren't sure if you were going to reach that goal, but then you took it to prayer, and through prayer and remaining humble and faithful, you were able to find a good home. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. When I came here, it was just like, everything was becoming, a roadblock on what it is that I was used to and what I was comfortable with. And so I felt a little stagnated, I had everything that I wanted, but when it came to what I needed, it became stagnated. And so, I was looking for, a place in the areas that, I didn't have to worry about drugs being sold in the front of my door, things happen to good people all the time, but I didn't want to put myself in the atmosphere where I knew that everyday life was normal for them, and so I kept getting references, to go and look at houses in these areas, as if I didn't know those areas, what they forgot was that I'm from Savannah, so I know everything about it. So you're telling me to go to these places, that's a no for me. I have 2 daughters, and at that time my kids were living home. So no, I'm not going to live there. I'm not going to be comfortable there. I'm not going to be able to park my car there, and so I just said, God, you made it so easy for me to transition, to come down here and leave New York and come to Savannah. You made it so easy. It wasn't hard at all. So I know that I'm supposed to be here doing something, and I'm doing it right. So show me that you can give me the place where I feel comfortable with having my kids, where I feel comfortable coming home at night, where I feel comfortable going to work, doing an overnight, and knowing that my kids are home and they'll be safe. Just show me and lead me into these places that will be safe for me, to say that I rest my head and my kids can rest my head at peace. And so that happened within 2.5 months of me being here. I found it.
That's amazing. Now, I would never imagine Savannah, Georgia to even be a place where there will possibly be crime, but I guess there's crime everywhere. Especially me coming from the South and being coastal to Savannah, Georgia, where I'm from originally. I never really heard of anything, bad stuff like that in Savannah, Georgia, but every place you go has their spot. So we're very happy to hear that you have a good home and you found a good home. So with that being said, if you could leave a gem for maybe a single young Black mother, what kind of gem would you leave for her? What would you say to her?
That would be, again, keep your kids grounded in prayer. Teach them the word. None of us is perfect. We all done did some things that we're not too proud of. But the one thing my kids can tell you was that even at a young age, when they learned to read, I was explaining what the Bible was to them. I was leaning down with them on the edge of their bed at night and teaching them a prayer. No matter what we was going through, no matter what we go through to today, we still go in prayer. I've created, our own little prayer chat, between me and my daughters. I don't care if we get in an argument or disagreement or whatever. One thing they know, Mama gonna send that prayer. Wow. So I'm not going to let the enemy keep my family in discord or keep us, divided. He cannot, keep us from being on one path, in agreement with the word of God. That's one thing he's not going to do.
Exactly. So speaking life into not just your business, but into your family, into your children. Family. Because your children are a part of the business, especially when you're leaving that for them. So speaking life into them, letting them know that they are worthy is a very powerful thing for any mother.
Let them know they're worthy. Let them know that you're proud of them. Even the things that you're not proud that they do, just let them know I expect greatness. I told my kids, I did enough messing up that you shouldn't even have to worry about even walking in these paths, but, we're against the generational, fad right now. Whatever is going on the TV screen or the radio or the cell phone is what's, up against us, So, as hard as, the media tries to influence and raise your kids, you need to go even harder. Mm-hmm. I'm the loudest thing in my family. Yeah. Because I go hard like that for them. So as much as they hear all the wrong things, they're going to hear all the right things 10 times higher from me because I've done it. And nobody can tell you about it like I can because I'm your mama.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Doll, could you tell us a little bit more about order and authority?
Yes. Things are not going to always be on the up and on the right. You're going to have a balance of things when it comes to raising these kids. They're going to see, some things they don't have no business seeing or hearing from other things outside, maybe outside the household or in the household. But it is your job to instill to them, order and how things should operate and how, we as parents should be leading and guiding them. My kids, unfortunately, didn't get raised in the household with both of their parents. By the time, they were in grade school, me and their father had split, but they had to have balance. I'm the one who's going to make sure you did what you had to do. You were in activities. I made sure that, your mind was being regulated with doing all the things that, young girls supposed to do, keeping you in programs that build up self-esteem, that also teach you, how to, be a young girl and be able to say, I am, a conqueror and I can grow up and be this woman of, being a mandate, to your community, being a public figure that can do something to bring those behind you, in a fashion of, let's be leaders. So I did that. I kept them involved in church. I kept them involved in programs. I was their biggest supporter. I was at every game, every activity, no matter what it was, I was there. But then, you got the other side of the family where, you got to let them, experience everybody. So things might not be so goody good over there. Things might be like the Barnum and Bailey circus. But guess what? They grow up to know the difference. They go up and say, this is what mom was telling us, and this is where she wanted us to be. Now, we had fun over here, but this wasn't, the right thing to do. They listen, even if you don't get a reaction right then and there from them. They listen, and they take that, and they put it in their brain. They store it somewhere in that medulla, and it benefits them somewhere along their life and their path.
Looks like they have a good example to follow.
Thank you.
So my question is, have you ever thought about possibly having a not-for-profit to help, young women or individuals of interest? Has it ever crossed your mind to possibly have a not-for-profit?
Yes. And that is what I will be working on. I am going to start a non-for-profit called Shaquille Marable Footstamps. At the age of 14, I became pregnant. And unfortunately, I lost my child as a stillborn because I hid it. I was afraid of my mom. I was afraid of my dad, knowing that I was doing things that I had no business doing. And on top of that, the results of doing those things got me pregnant. And so when I did get the help and was able to, admit that I was, when my mother went to seek care for me, it was too late. And so fear, here's another thing. Fear can hinder your kids telling you things. So lay it on the table. Lay it on the table. This is what happens when you do this. This is what happens when you do that. And if the mistakes are made, still come to me. Nobody said that to me.
Wow.
Nobody said that to me. And so I lost a child at a young age, and it is it's a mental emotion, that you go through when you think about, what could have happened to, save a life. And then, sometimes you think God does things for his own reason. So maybe he knew I was a child that was having a child and I had no business having a child. Who knows what would have happened, maybe I hate to say, but maybe the child would have ended up, not in the worst, in the best place, but in a worse state, or something could have happened down the line by me being, unequipped as a young teen, being a mother. Who knows? So God does things for different reasons. But I just want young girls to know that when they're scared, there is somebody that they can go to. I want to be the one that they can say, I'm afraid to tell my mom. I'm afraid to tell my grandmother, or I'm afraid to tell that person, who's my authority, and I want to be able to say, don't hold back. Let it be known. And I'm coming to you on their behalf. They're scared, but because they're scared, we don't want this to happen to them, what happened to me. So let's all think of something, and come to a common ground, and let's help this child, so that they do not have to lay on the table and give birth to a deceased baby. That is traumatizing. Wow. That is traumatizing.
Yes.
And I know that firsthand.
Wow. I commend you on that for sharing your story, and thank you for trusting Sister Voices Speaking to even share that. There are so many women who have experienced that and are and will experience that. So I want to thank you for sharing that with us, because there are a lot of women who are scared. There are women who get touched by their uncles or by their family. There are young girls who are looking for love and make mistakes, and then they're scared and they're not getting the treatment that they need or the health care that they need. So this is powerful. So I speak life into Shaquille Marable footsteps of Shaquille Marable.
Yes.
I hope that comes to life, because there are so many young girls who are going to benefit from this. So thank you and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Doll, are there any final words, or there's anything else that we may have missed that you want to share with us?
Yes. For our up and coming holiday season, we have some goodies in store for you. And one of them is an idea that me and my youngest daughter, Zakaya Marable, brainstormed with. I am coming out with a line of candles, and they will be called Show You Light. You Light candles. They will have a variety of scents, along with a different, name to the scents as well. Some of them will be named after some of the ancestors who have passed on. So look, we're in store. You're going to be in store for the upcoming holiday season, which Show You Right.
Thank you. That sounds fabulous and beautiful. Can you give us a sneak scent?
Yes. Gwen's Cozy Christmas will be one of the scents from
Cozy Christmas. That sounds so beautiful.
Yes.
That sounds like it smells fab. Now, who is Gwen?
That's my mother, and Christmas was my parents' favorite holiday. That's one holiday that we cherish. And so and she loves Christmas. Her Christmas tree is up in the beginning of November, honey, and it don't come down until after New Year's. So yes,
that's right. Oh, that is so fabulous.
Yeah.
And say the name one more time.
Gwen's Cozy Christmas.
Quinn's Cozy Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. Get ready for Show You Right. Show You Right. We want to thank you so much. Plug in the website one more time. ShowYouRight.online. Check out Show You Right at ShowYouRight.online. Shop up. Get your glasses. get your oil, get your jewelry, so you can be fab, ladies and gentlemen. Stop
Okay.
playing games and shop
Okay.
up. Thank you,
Thank you.
doll.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.